Amazing. Hi, everyone who is watching. We have the amazing Darren King, the king himself here. So, Darren, would you like to quickly introduce yourself to everyone before we get into the interview?
Yeah, hi guys. Obviously, I'm Darren King. I'm known as the King of Fitness, and I've been in the personal training game for probably about 23, 24 years, predominantly focused on the physical side of things because that's what I thought it was all about. Just like a lot of us that have been in the game for quite a while, we soon find out how much the emotional side, emotional fitness, and all the behind the scenes stuff, the mindset, a lot of us end up turning into well-being sort of people and that sort of stuff. And that's where I've come from. The reason I got into the original personal training game was because I got a bit lost. I got a bit lost with the doing the whole had a bad car accident, ended up body broke down and went through a lot of struggles around depression. So I'm really passionate about the mental health side and the well-being, obviously. But it did take a while. It did take a while because I was doing all the outside of me things. Like, I ended up doing a thing in Victoria, which I'm from Melbourne originally, which is TAC, Transport Accident Commission. And I got offered like a free gym membership and all this chiros and physios and myrotherapists and massage and all these things for freebie. We love a freebie. I do anyway. So I end up doing all these modalities and thinking that's going to, fix me. And then I realized, okay, so why not? And then I realized that I've actually got to go within to heal. So that's pretty much what it is. So, all right, there you go.
Amazing. So, if those of you want to know more about Darren's story, he's sharing lots on his page. He does morning sunrises. So you guys can find out more about those details on Darren's page. But for today, I would love to interview Darren and talk about his experience as in being part of the Institute of Contra Sales, working alongside me. It has been a journey. So Darren, the first question I have for you is, how would you describe Nina as a person, and what's it like to work with Nina?
Oh my God. Nina. Wow. So how would I describe you? How would I describe Nina? So, she's a rock. She's a little freaking strong rock. She might look small, but she's quality, not quantity. um, Nina knows this, but you guys might not know. But you can headbutt with her. I do. So love her at the same time. We've had this love-hate relationship, and she doesn't let shit slip through. She doesn't. Looks her in the eye directly, and she won't bullshit around. She'll be direct, very direct, very. She won't let you just get away. You know how you want to, I'll see if I can just throw this little wing or flash my legs, or like, and I can get away with shit. She just doesn't. She very intuitive and doesn't let you get through all the bullshit that would normally come up that you can normally get away with, which you do by yourself.
Amazing. And so, Darren, what were your results in your business prior to working with Nina, and what has it been like over the last few months?
Yeah, so before Nina, going through trying a million different, spent a lot of money and had a lot of coaches looking for support. I'm a big believer of having support structure, someone there for you, so you get that accountability. But what I have noticed is that you've actually got to apply the work. You can be led to water, but you still got to drink it. And that's what it's like with Nina. Nina will get you to the water, and then it's up to you to drink it, of course. But beforehand, I struggled to drink the water. Now I'm finding I can drink the water. And what that means deep down is that I'm actually finally, it's taken a long time, but I'm finally getting to master sales a lot more. So beforehand, I talk a lot, so bear with me. But beforehand, I had mentors I didn't really apply, and I didn't feel like the accountability was there as much. With Nina, I felt like I couldn't get away with stuff, and that I had to drink water eventually. And I'm drinking the water now. I'm reaping the rewards more now.
And so share with us the clients you've taken on board. What's your current conversion? Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. Even though it's taken a while, that I've got a couple of really good clients right now, and my conversion, let's say, is 100%. So I'm not going to get any more clients. I'm just joking. No, I'm on a bit of a roll now, so I'm going to get some more clients. But I do have a high conversion rate once I take the action, and that's the good thing about Nina. It's got me taking action, so I'm starting to get on a bit of a roll now. It did take a while, so my suggestion to you would be, when you're working with Nina, to actually start the ball rolling earlier, because then instead of 2 clients, which is amazing, 100% conversion, I would have a lot more clients, and I'd still have a high conversion rate, because I'm very confident in what I do once I get people in the door. Just got to get them in the door, bums on seats. So, but yeah, that's been brilliant with Nina's support.
Amazing. Thanks, Darren. And if you're thinking back now to before we started working together, you said, now you're at a point where you're starting to really understand sales. So what were some of the blind spots that you weren't aware of back then that you can see now?
What comes to mind, my intuition, is imperfect action. So that's been even though I've got gold from Nina, the imperfect action is the one that I've realized now that would have got me so many more clients earlier. So now I'm going to get a snowball effect, but the imperfect action stands out, and just having a bit more discipline and consistency. Yeah, but the imperfect action is the one that stands out for me.
Okay. And what about from a sales perspective? What was something in sales that you maybe were doing or weren't doing that you just didn't realize you were or weren't doing back then?
So can you say it again?
What is something about sales that you were either doing that was sabotaging the sale back then and you didn't realize it, or that you needed to do and you didn't realize you needed to do until now?
Like, my first thing that comes to mind is belief. I didn't believe as much before, and now, thanks to your container, and thanks for the videos, and thanks for the weekly, or we actually do a couple of week, where I am anyway. I find that having that confidence and belief has been the thing that's getting me over the line.
Amazing. And just to jog Darren's memory, it's also offering, right? That was a big thing for you. Darren is great at building rapport. Darren is great at having amazing conversations with people, but then it's leading the conversation and then asking for the actual call was something that took us a while for you to actually do that.
Yeah, and it's not that scary. I like, you feel like you're going to die sometimes, but by having that, it's like, feels like confrontation sometimes, or feels like you're going to, yeah. Everyone I speak to seems to feel the same way. It's like you're not in the firing range. You're not on the firing line. You're like, they're just people. They're just human. They all got the same sort of fears and emotions, and yeah. So it's just feeling the fear and doing it anyway, and biting the bullet, growing those bollocks a bit more, and just actually asking the question. To ask the question. It's not about you. It's about them. And that's what I'm realizing now. Even though I've learned that before, I've learned it more cemented in that now. And so I've got a lot more confidence with that now. Like, I'm a confident guy already, as you can probably tell. But that little weirdness thing when you ask the questions, or you about the money asking, like, I'm finding that's getting stronger and easier now as I implement it more.
Amazing. And Darren, what has the support from Nina, from the ICS team, from being part of the community every week, how has that supported you?
Yeah, they don't let you get away with stuff. So yeah, Nina, and especially Chris, her wingwoman. Yeah, they're always checking in every week. How you doing? What's going on? And even if you've been a little brat, or even if you go off the bandwagon, or if you slip away, they're still there. The consistency and the reaching out and the checking in, and they're not attached to what's going on with you emotionally, because sometimes you can be up and down like a freaking yo-yo, So they've been amazing support, and I wouldn't be here now. I would have ran away ages ago if it wasn't for these guys.
Thanks, Darren.
Big time.
Darren, I know that you've been in the personal development industry for a while, right? Like you're definitely someone who's not new to personal development. So I'd love to know, with the courses, programs, events that you've been to, how is the work that Nina does and being part of this program, how is it different to others that you've been part of?
Yeah, it's completely different. What comes to mind? It comes back to support and structure again, and willing to. I went through quite a mental health challenge, and I might not be here now if it wasn't for you, Nina, and Chris, and support. So I don't know whether I would or wouldn't, but you definitely. I've done my internal work, but having that external factor of you guys there and actually genuine caring and love, lots of love, and I find it's been a big part of my journey in the last 13, 14 months where I went through a lot of mental health stuff. So I think it's been, yeah. I mean, I've done a few different modalities. I won't go into that now, but you're definitely a big piece of the pie. You dash Chris dash team, other beautiful people in the container. Definitely, like genuinely just been there, not just talking words, like genuinely been there, heart and soul sort of type people to reach out and hold my hand and be there. So I really appreciate that. And I love you guys.
Oh, thanks, Darren. I'd love for you to also share something you shared with me last week. You shared one of your fears of when I was about to pay in full, I was worried that this was going to happen. Can you share that with everyone, what you shared with me?
Please remind me, what was that again?
So I'd love for you to use your words. But you said something along the lines of, I paid my deposit and then I was scared of paying in full because if I paid in full, then what were you scared was going to happen if you paid in full?
Yeah, it's funny that happens. Like it seems like so long ago. Yeah, I was in all panic stations around the financial conversation, and yeah, I didn't think I was going to be able to afford it. And it's real funny because I did have the money, but I was in this conversation. I didn't trust. I didn't trust it at that stage. I didn't trust the container and Nina, and that was going to be the real deal. Even though beautiful personality, and it was more my panic stations around the financial side. But I'm glad I bit the bullet. I'm glad I bit the bullet, and I paid up front because I don't like paying extra. So I did that because I could, but I still went into a fear, panic. Like, am I still going to be able to? Oh, and at the same time, I also mentioned at the same time, I was had a solicitor dash relationship thing where I was going to have to part with some monies as well. So I had all this unknown. So I really put trust in the whole Nina dash ICS support. And I'm glad I bit the bullet because emotionally and financially, it's going to pay off. Emotionally, it's paying off. Financially, it's starting to get pay off now because I've taken that action finally now. But does that answer the question?
Well, what we actually spoke about last week was, these were your words, Darren. You said something along the lines of, I was worried that once I paid in full, you guys were going to forget about me and that I wouldn't get the support anymore. So could you share
Yes.
about that?
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's what I like about this container is that it's a smaller group. Not that's going to get bigger. That's not it's not going to get bigger, but I've been in other groups and I've paid similar monies, and I found that I was just another number and lost in the system, and I didn't feel like there was genuine love and care, and I found that with Nina that definitely as I paid the money and it was more value for the buck. And yeah.
Amazing. And so do you feel like we just let you go after you paid in full, Darren?
No, you never let me go. If I went, oh, that's the thing. I see what you're saying. Yeah, because I paid in full compared to I was worried that if I pay in full, then they've got my money and they're going to almost run, you know, and they're not going to give me the support because they've already taken the money and run compared to the payment plan over time. I'm thinking they'll want to put more effort in. So I'm still getting the value for the buck and putting the effort. Like it wouldn't matter whether it was payment plan or paying full, but I was happy that I paid in for one. I was still given the same sort of care and love, and still had to play my part.
Amazing. I'm so glad that you had the courage to make that decision. And so how has your sales and understanding of sales and communication business, how has that transformed and evolved during the time of you being here with us?
Yeah, it's taken a while, but it's taken a while. I've learned so much over time, but taking this imperfect action towards the end, now I'm starting to get some momentum, and it's pretty exciting because I am a networking machine, and you know, I drive Uber part-time, I'm a personal trainer. I've done all these things. I'm always a people's person, and I just had a beautiful conversation with a guy now, and I know what's happening on the inside of him compared to the outside, without going too much about what I do. What I love is that I've got this networking. I meet, like you say, I meet people all the time. And now the exciting thing is I'm starting to turn that into the dollars, turn that into the discovery calls. And, you know, it's time with a bit more belief, which is coming, is the monetary wise and discovery calls are going to get stronger and stronger and stronger. And then I'm excited about doing these one-on-ones for now, and eventually get into the group environment, the family environment, which is similar to what you're doing, Nina.
Amazing. And so Darren, why do you feel that Nina is the go-to person when it comes to sales?
Because she's a ball breaker. And what I mean by that is that she doesn't, as I said before, doesn't let things slide. Because I've been in other containers, been in other things where, like I said before, like a another numbers game. And if I get upset and spit the dummy, which I've done many times, or I ran away, I didn't get that from anyone else that I've done. I've been in many different containers, many different coaches and courses, and but this is completely different. This is, you did not let me slip, and I love that. I hate it at times, but I love it at the same time, that there's that genuine care, and you want us to get the amazing results at the end of the day, no matter what emotions come up, no matter what feelings come up. And she's even got a video that's when you do get shit come up, oh look, this will probably happen to you at some stage, you know. And then so it's good to get that video, like reassurance, like, oh right, it's not just me going through the emotional turmoil, you know, craziness sometimes, you know. But yeah, at the end of the day, you are a winner compared to the majority. Nothing against everyone else, but you're a gem. As I said, what did I say? You're golden nuggets, or I said something the other day, but I forgot what it was. But it was you might remind me. But I said something. You're an angel. You're an angel to me and others, from what I see with everyone else.
Oh, thanks, Darren. You're going to love this question. Who is not for Nina?
Who is not for Nina? Someone that is not prepared to do the work, and is not willing to invest in themselves. Full stop.
Who is for Nina?
Who's for Nina? Someone that really wants to make a difference in the world, like you know, not just about discovery calls, not just about making money for ourselves. It's about the end picture, about making a difference in the world. So someone that is genuinely wants to help make a difference in the world, and is willing to invest in themselves, and wants to have some fun, and wants to be in a beautiful community.
Amazing. And Darren, so far, what would you say has been the biggest benefit of working with Nina?
There's not just one, it's sort of belief. Well, what obviously for me, sales has been the big one, because to be honest, I've always struggled with asking for money. I used to have clients come to me and say, "Oh, I owe you, by the way," and they'd give me cash in the cash days, that was before credit card. But so that they're getting comfortable with asking for the dollar has been a huge one, and that was been my own valuing around myself and my self-worth and asking. So the big thing for me is just the simple things like I can speak to people easy, but then it's the asking for the dollar, asking for them to invest in themselves, and also for me to value myself because I'm worth being paid for and paid for all, I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars on myself. So of course I can value myself. So the value myself and the getting other people to value themselves by investing.
I love that. I love that so much. And so, Darren, with where you are right now in your life, in your business, in your mental state, in your energy, in your heart, in your presence, how long do you think it would have taken for you to get to where you are now in your life and in your business if we hadn't have worked together?
My next life. In other words, I don't know if I would have got there.
Why do you feel that?
Or if I did, it would take quite a while because of the accountability side of things. So, and I've trialed and errored thousands. Not that's exaggeration. Got that from my old man. But many coaches, many courses, and this is the strongest I've got to value myself around asking for the dollars. And what I'm saying is that without you, I might not have got them in this lifetime.
I'm so grateful that you've done the work. I'm so proud of you. And so, Darren, I know you've answered this already, but just to make it super simple, has this been a worthwhile investment for you in your time, energy, and resources?
Yes. And I'm going to be honest. I like to be honest. So I haven't so yes, 100%. For me, it's been the emotional roller coaster, the belief in order to move forward. So I haven't got my investment back fully yet. I'm just going to be straight up, but I know it's going to come. So sometimes we need to be patient. Patience is a virtue. Yes, if I had taken action earlier, I could have got my monies back, which would be great. But I like the idea of investing in myself and knowing that it's a lifetime thing ongoing. And I'm going to keep working with Nina as well. But it's an ongoing thing. And this is what's happened with some of my clients. Sometimes they want, with weight loss, for example, they want it now. But sometimes it's about the lifestyle ongoing, not the quick fix. So I'm just going to mention that because, yes, some people get their investments back, great, amazing, but investing in yourself is the most important thing. And I found that's been with you so productive, and I'm so confident. It's almost not about the money anymore. It's the feeling, the community, the feeling, and the confidence moving forward. And it's just I'm upscaling all the time. So yeah, it's very exciting that I'm so glad I've done this. Yeah, and I have got value for money, value for the buck.
Yeah. And, one of the things you realize as well, and Darren, you'd see this with your clients, is your clients will continue to reap the benefits of what you've taught them for the foreseeable future. It's not one of those things where you buy a burger and then you just get to eat the burger in the moment you're eating the burger. It's when you learn something about yourself, when you learn something about how you can make an impact in the world, that gets built upon and built upon and built upon and becomes the foundation of the rest of your life moving forward. And so I cannot wait to see what unfolds for you now. And so, Darren, I'd love to hear what is possible for you now that maybe you didn't feel was possible 6 months ago.
Yeah, well, I've got the belief, I've got the confidence to now. It's just I'm still going to have you in the background, of course, but I've got a stronger belief with my conversations are stronger. I just had a beautiful man now and we're connecting, and I'm probably going to help him get off some freaking tablets. That's another conversation, pharmaceutical stuff, but that's all right. But the confidence is that I can actually ask for the discovery call. Confidence is I can ask for the money. That's just it's going to be a done deal now. Once I've had conversations, I can extend the invites, which I was fearful to do, which is weird because I got so much confidence, fearful to do of asking for the discovery call and then asking for the dollars. So it's these little step progressions. I'm so confident moving forward now. So It's almost a bit exciting.
Almost, or it is.
And being non-attached. That's one thing I haven't. Nina is very non-attached, and she teaches us to be non-attached. And so the discovery calls, the asking for money, it's stepping aside and just letting them be and shutting up. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Yeah. What were you going to say? Speaking about shutting up. Sorry.
Oh no, I don't remember what I said now. It's all good. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
So Darren, please share one more time. Who are you? Where can people go to find you? Do you have anything that you wanted to share with everybody listening?
Yeah, so obviously I'm Darren King, King of Fitness again. And if you, anything around physical health, mental health, I've got a few modalities, which I'm still fine tuning, but I'm there as a support structure. Look, whether it's weight loss, most of my clients are weight loss, and I've got addictions. If you want to overcome addictions, I can support you with that. At the end of the day, your physical health, your mental health, if you're feeling a bit like you need your hand held, I'm here for you. And as Darren King, you can find me on Facebook under Darren King. You can find me on Instagram at Darren King of Fitness. If you want to reach out, maybe you can get the number off Nina. I'm not sure how that works, but I'm at the end of the day, I'm here. I've got a beautiful heart. I'm willing to share, and I just reach out if you need some sort of support. Like I need support. I need a Nina for support. So that's where I'm at with that. So
Thanks, Darren. Is there anything else you want to say before we sign off?
just maybe just what's coming. I like to have things come through me. So feel the fear and do it anyway. I love slogans, the definition of sanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Only 13% of people get results by themselves. So have a freaking accountability partner, whether it's Nina, whether it's me, whether it's someone else, but have someone to hold your hand, because we get caught up upstairs and it's easy to self-sabotage. It's easy to go back to the old norm. If nothing changes, nothing changes. And that's about it. I just want to say, do something, take some sort of action, get out of your comfort zone, to get a different result. And that's about it. And love you guys.
Thank you so much, Darren. Thank you, everyone. If you'd like to have a free session with Darren, feel free to reach out to him. I've tagged him in this video. So if you go down to the comments, you should be able to see his name. You can reach out to Darren directly. Thank you, Darren, again. Thank you for having the courage to move forward, to face your fears, to take imperfect action. And I know that me and everybody in the community is so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're proud of how much you've grown, and we cannot wait to see how much more you're going to go.
Thanks, Nina. Love you.
Love you. Thanks, everyone.